WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. It is a problem many of us have experienced firsthand: bank fraud. WYMT's Madison program has more on how to keep your money safe this holiday season.
Holidays are right around the corner, meaning more money will likely come out of your pocket.
Mobile banking is fabulous. I mean, you can do absolutely everything. From transferring money, checking balance.
With many people now using cell phones to bank, it is important to know a few tips to keep your money safe.
The mobile deposit app that we have, you can actually go in and it's called Card Control.
Janice Bradford King with Community Trust Bank says it can also control and set spending limits.
And if you know that you're going shopping and you will not be spending more than $250, you can put that on there. And if a transaction comes in for more than that, then you will receive an alert.
Another feature, blocking international and out-of-area transactions. Also be aware of the Wi-Fi network your phone is connected to.
I just think you open yourself up to sharing your information on public Wi-Fi.
And lastly, if you shop online, make sure the site is safe and secure. But at the end of the day, if you do suspect fraud, call your bank immediately.
You may have to file a police report or something like that, but most of the time the customer is made whole.
All with the hopes of making sure it is you, not someone else, cashing in with your money this holiday season. Madison Program, WYMT Mountain News.
If you suspect bank fraud, it is recommended you contact your bank as soon as possible. In Laurel County, 2 people are accused of stealing a unique lamp. Deputies say they found Stephen Graves and Tony Day this morning with the custom-built University of Kentucky billiard lamp. It's valued at $750. Deputies say it was stolen from a home Tuesday. Graves and Day are both charged with receiving stolen property.
Well, we started out this morning on the soggy side. It was a gross morning, windy throughout the day, but we're ending this evening on a high note. Check out that sunset on top of Buffalo Mountain. Absolutely gorgeous out there. Really not a cloud in the sky. Now we're still hanging on to those wind gusts. It is still a little windy out there, but right around 25 miles per hour. So they were 30 about an hour ago, 40 earlier this afternoon. Those winds gusting up to 40 miles per hour. So we're going to continue to see that downward trend as we head into the rest of those evening hours. Now we do still have that wind advisory that's in effect until 7 p.m. But you could see counties out to our west already starting to cancel those, even down into parts of Tennessee and a little bit into Virginia. So satellite and radar has been pretty quiet over the past couple of hours. That strong cold front push the rain and those clouds out of here pretty quickly throughout the day. Now that colder air is going to filter in behind it. You're already seeing those upper 40s, lower 50s. Looking back into Moorhead, Lexington, Louisville, seeing those temperatures into about those mid to upper 50s for the rest of us here in the mountains. And we'll continue to see those temperatures drop tonight. A few clouds here and there, but what's it looking like as we head into your Thanksgiving and Black Friday? I'll have more on that coming up in just a little bit.
Thank you, Paige. With Thanksgiving only hours away, last-minute shoppers are heading for their nearest grocery stores. WYMT's Hannah Reynolds talks to workers who say today is their busiest day of the year.
The day before Thanksgiving, grocery shopping comes with a whole other meaning.
I'm out here picking up some last-minute items for our Thanksgiving cooking.
The day that workers start planning for months ahead of time. All for the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, their busiest day of the year.
Turkeys and hams we have to pre-book so that the warehouse will have enough to do it. Sometimes we start in July or sooner than that.
It is a sight that Paul Napier remembers well after preparing for Thanksgiving while working at Pick Pack for 18 years.
It was hard work. We had to do a lot of work to get ready for it.
This year is no exception.
Wednesday evening when we're getting ready to close, we'll have a bunch of people saying, I need this, I need this.
Their job?
To make sure that I have enough cashiers and carryouts to satisfy all the customers.
For those last-minute shoppers that have yet to come in, they will stay open until 10 tonight and from 8 to 2 tomorrow. In Bell County, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
Long's Pick Pack is also selling bags in those checkout lines worth $5 and $10 each to give bags of groceries for Thanksgiving to those in need down the street. They have collected more than 200 bags so far. A grand jury indicted a man charged in a shooting. Police say Jerry Smith shot a man last month. He faces first-degree assault, burglary, wanton endangerment, unlawful imprisonment, and impersonating a police officer charges. In addition to the shooting, Smith is accused of breaking into a home, restraining 2 people, and holding a gun to someone's head. In Pulaski County, several people are facing charges after a drug bust. Yesterday, officials arrested Tyler Rose during a traffic stop and charged him with trafficking in a controlled substance. Deputies say they got tips that Rose was trafficking large quantities of meth. During that traffic stop, deputies found drugs and drug paraphernalia. Deputies also arrested a passenger in the vehicle, Emily Holman, who had an active warrant. Investigators then searched a home where Rose was staying. Officials arrested Christy and Charles Euler on outstanding warrants. Deputies say the investigation is ongoing, with more arrests and charges expected. A Whitley County mother charged in a high-profile murder case will appear back in court in January. Courtney Taylor is accused of killing her daughters and husband. Her trial is currently set for next March. If convicted, she will be eligible for the death penalty. Taylor's next hearing is January 22nd. One governor has signed the first statewide permanent ban on flavored vaping products in the country. Several states and towns across the U.S. have also passed restrictive measures as vaping-related illnesses continue to rise, and researchers hope more will follow suit. CBS's Bafta Yumam reports from Washington.
Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker signed a bill permanently banning the sale of all flavored tobacco and vaping products, making his state the first to do so.
The bill will keep kids and teenagers from getting their hands on vaping products.
New York City also passed a similar ban, joining more than 200 municipalities and several other states that have passed emergency restrictions.
27.5% of high school students now use an e-cigarette. And this rate is also higher than the rate among adults.
Kurt Rabiso, a leading U.S. researcher in tobacco use, says the state and local regulations are a good way to stop young people from vaping.
Although an e-cigarette is probably less toxic than a cigarette and less harmful to health, they do present health harms, and so it is better off if people are not vaping.
The latest data from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention shows more than 2,200 people have contracted vaping-related illnesses, and at least 47 people have died. The agency has linked vitamin E acetate to the illnesses. Carla Williams with Howard University's Cancer Center suggests the Food and Drug Administration could fast-track e-cigarette research, as they do with life-saving medicines, to get more definitive answers on the effects.
The industry, in terms of e-cigarettes, they're ahead of what's happening with the science. So we need to be able to make the science catch up.
The FDA told us there are multiple avenues to do e-cigarette trials, and some do not require FDA approval to start. The agency also pointed out that they also do financially support e-cigarette studies done by outside groups. Bafta Yumam, CBS News, Washington.
President Trump had promised a federal executive order banning the sale of flavored e-cigarette products, but pulled back, citing possible job losses. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, pass the turkey, hold the arguments. How do you survive talking politics at the dinner table? We'll talk to the experts for some advice.
And you'll want to get those sweaters back out. It'll be a little bit chillier as we head into your Thanksgiving. More sunshine, though, is in store, but we'll see more rain as we head into the weekend. I'll have more on that coming up in just a little bit.
A Pulaski County woman has died from severe burns that she received while rushing into a burning home, mistakenly thinking that her grandchildren were still inside.